What is your feeling after watching the documentary?
Well, first of all, I felt really disturbed by like these grown adults watching an 11-year-old child dancing on a podium with like, in my opinion, like in half-naked clothes.
Well, I agree because, as a girl, I felt really uncomfortable because if I would be in that position, I don't know what I would do. It would be like really weird, but that's because I know better. But these girls don't know anything else.
But also to keep in the back of your head is that it's kind of accepted in that culture. And from a
Yes.
Western standpoint, it can be like, perhaps you can see it as weird, but for them it's kind of normal.
Yes, exactly. Which issue is presented?
The issue in the video is the fact that an 11-year-old girl is becoming a new pop star, and she has a lot of middle-aged men who watch her in a sexual way.
Yeah, that is a part of the problem, but most of the men do it because they are lonely, because they don't have a wife or children or a girlfriend, they don't have any relationship, and that's the rate of that is very high in Japan. They see most of them see like Yune or as a daughter. Is this issue a surprise in this country? Why or why not? Support your answer.
Well, I don't think it is a surprise because in Japan it was child pornography was legal until 2014, and on the streets you also see a lot of boards with children in dresses, and yeah.
It's also like really normalized in Japan. You can even go to like a shop and you can buy a cartoon with like a kind of child pornography. They even said in the like documentary that they couldn't show it because it even had porn in it. Like, and they say it's forbidden, but it's still like legal if it's a cartoon. It's really weird. How does the issue relate to the 5 core topics: identities, experience, human ingenuity, social organization, and share the planet?
If I think about identities, I think those girls who are young idols don't have a real identity because they don't know themselves. They see themselves as young idols and pop stars in the make, and they are formed by how their management and parents treat them like an idol.
For experiences, I think they have actually a lot of experience because they start when they're very young. For example, the girl in the video, she was 11, and I think they need to grow up a little bit faster than normal kids because they, of course, have a very different childhood than others. But for me, I have a question if she actually has experiences or that she just follows the orders that her management and her mom give to her.
Human ingenuity. Yeah, I think the middle-aged men who are looking at her, at the young idols, I think some of them do have evil thoughts and want to do things with her in a sexual way and think in a sexual way, and make pictures of her in short skirts and costumes and things like that. But also some of them are just lonely, and they seek something. They seek affection from a kind of daughter, I think.
For social organization, I think that those girls and their fans have a really weird relationship because of the age gap between them. For some men, the relationship is genuine because they just really like the girl and how she performs and just love her talent. But for some men, they are just
Sexual objects.
yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, about sharing the planet, I still think also because I still think it's not like it can't be done like this. I think this should stop, and the rest of the world has to know that this is happening in Japan, and not only Japan, because it's also in other Asian countries, because they share kind of the same culture, but especially Japan, and I think as a westernized country like Netherlands, we would see this in Japan, we would get mad, or we would look weird to those people who are 40 and looking to an 11-year-old girl in a skirt and costumes. So I think the people of Japan should find affection somewhere else instead of an 11-year-old girl.
How do you think the issue relates to human rights? Explain and support your answers.
Like factually looking and like legally, it isn't wrong. It's allowed. They're not doing anything with her. They're only looking at her. So factually, I think it relates. Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you look at it more in a moral way, you see that she actually gives up a lot of her childhood, and these men are still staring at her. And you know, if nothing happens, of course, it's okay. But you never know what they want, and you know, you don't know their true intentions. So